Love, marriage, and relationships are some of the essential education needed in life. Interestingly, they are ignored. Marriage, for example, is what builds us into family. And family is the unit block of society. The sanity of family is the sanity of the whole world body. And when we do not study this, then every relationship is a recipe for disaster. This is how we were taught to love, that you have to live your entire life to love just one person. And when you find this one person, you have no right to love anybody else. And anyone you've loved before becomes a crime. When you think of them, you have to feel inner guilt or shame. 99% of adults in all of my workshops agree that whilst they were in relationships, they have felt genuine love for somebody else, and they had to hide it in shame and guilt. In effect, they were committing adultery. You see, adultery is not just going outside your marriage. Adultery is anything you do that adulterates, dilutes, contaminates, and weakens the vibration of love in you. The love you feel is divine and has nothing to do with relationships. Relationships require that you know who and what you are in your gender, in your persona, and in your senses. We are largely controlled by our senses of sight, smell, taste, hearing, and touch without knowing. Just try this. Take a piece of food you enjoy most. Just put it into the mouth and eat it. But before you swallow it, spit it out. Look at it, and then eat it again. You wouldn't like that. When it was in your mouth, the sense of smell and of taste were telling you, that's wonderful. But as soon as you brought it out, the sense of sight says you cannot touch it. You need to know who and what you are in your gender, and in your persona, and in your senses. When you find who and what you are, it enables you for you to find the gender qualities, the persona, and the sensory qualities of the other person. And in relationship, you must then have the needed time, energy, space, and circumstance to participate in the other person's spiritual, social, psychological, physical, and financial lives. If these elements are not brought in harmony with each other, then you have a recipe for disaster. So as you can see, relationships require study. The foundation for understanding in any relationship, whether it be romantic or non-romantic, business acquaintance or otherwise, lies in you knowing who and what you are in your gender, in your persona, and in your senses, and knowing the same for the other person. Discover the needed knowledge here on this website. You are welcome.